May peace be on all of you. Myself, Dr. Majid Khan, Associate Professor, Loknath, Dr. J.D. Power College of Pharmacy. Once again, I welcome you in anti-tuberculosis chapter. So, in lecture 1, we were discuss about the first line agent classification, their mechanism of action, and SAR. Now, it is a lecture 2. In this video, we will cover second line agent and quinolone anti-tuberculosis agent. The learning outcome of this topic include a student after completion of this topic able to know about second line agent, understand mechanism of action and SAR of second line agent, know about the mechanism of action and SAR of quinolone anti-tuberculosis. So second line agent, number of drug including ethionamide, para-aminosalicylate, cycloserine are considered second line agent. While these agents are active antibacterial agent, they usually are less well tolerated or have higher incidence of adverse effect. These agents are used in case of resistance, retreatment, or intolerance of first line drugs. So in that, first drug is ethionamide. So ethionamide is a second line anti-tuberculosis agent. It is an analog of isonicotinamide, but it is disubstituted and contains sulfur in place of oxygen. So here is a nicotinamide structure. So the difference is, instead of this oxygen, it contains sulfur. In addition, it also contains ethyl group on position 2. So it is a ethyl group. So if we compare nicotinamide, which is a again related to isoniazide. Isoniazide also nicotinamide derivative. So here ethionamide, there is a structure difference between ethionamide and this nicotinamide. There are two differences. In case of nicotinamide, oxygen is there, but here sulfur is there. In case of ethionamide, ethyl group is there on second position. Regarding mechanism of action, it is suggested that mechanism of action for ethionamide is similar to that of isoniazide because it belongs to same category, that is nicotinamide derivative. Therefore, the mechanism of action is same as isoniazide. Similar to isoniazide, ethionamide is considered to be prodrug, which is converted via oxidation to an active acylating agent, and this active acylating agent in turn inactivate INHA reductase enzyme. So regarding mechanism of action, it is same as isoniazide, that is it is also act as a prodrug which is converted into acylating agent, and that acylating agent inhibit the INHA enzyme which is involved in biosynthesis of mycolic acid, and mycolic acid is important constituent of cell wall of Mycobacterium tuberculi bacteria. Then second drug, PAS, that is para-aminosalicylate. So it is a structure of para-aminosalicylate. So this one is salicylic acid. On para position there is a amino group, that is para-aminosalicylate. Once PAS is a very popular compound in tuberculosis therapy. PAS is utilized as a second line agent. Today, a combination of bacterial resistance and severe side effect gradually reduces its value. PAS as a bacteriostatic agent is used at a dose of up to 12 gram per day, which causes considerable GIT irritation. So here there are some SAR point also. So in that SAR, that is first point is replacement of one amino group with hydroxy alkoxyamide group result in inactive compound. So this NH2 group, if we replace this NH2 group with alkyl hydroxy group, alkoxy group compound is inactive. Next point, masking of hydroxyl group as a ester or ether or replacing with amino group result in loss of activity. Regarding this hydroxyl group, if we convert this hydroxyl group into ester, ether, or if we replace this hydroxyl group with amino, activity is loss. Third point, conversion of this carboxylic group to ester amide nitrile result in inactive compound. So these are the some SAR point. Regarding their mechanism of action, it acts as a anti-metabolite having structural similarity with PABA and therefore inhibit dihydrofolate synthase and inhibit the synthesis of folate. So as we seen in sulfonamide chapter, detailed mechanism of sulfonamide. So this drug also act as an anti-metabolite and shows same mechanism of action as of sulfonamide. So this PAS para-amino salicylate having the structural similarity with PABA. Therefore, it compete for the same enzyme, that is dihydrofolate reductase enzyme, and therefore prevent the formation of folate. This folate is important in conversion of DMP to TMP. So in short, it acts as an anti-metabolite, inhibit the dihydrofolate synthesis and inhibit the synthesis of folate enzyme. Next drug is, that is D-cycloserine or DSC, short form DSC, D-cycloserine. It is considered to be an active form of drug with its action associated with the ability to inhibit two key enzymes, that is D-alanine racemase and D-alanine ligase. This one is D-alanine racemase and D-alanine ligase. Here the D-alanine, which is an amino acid, is an important component of peptidoglycan portion of mycobacterial cell wall. So again, this drug is act on cell wall synthesis. So D-alanine, which is an amino acid, which is an important component of peptidoglycan portion of bacterial cell wall. Mycobacterium are capable of utilizing naturally occurring L-alanine. So this one is L-alanine, and converting this L-alanine to D-alanine by the enzyme D-alanine racemase. Then this D-alanine again combine with another molecule of D-alanine and by the enzyme D-alanine ligase converted into complex called as D-alanine complex, and then this D complex incorporated into peptidoglycan under the influence of D-alanine ligase. So it is a normal process in formation of peptidoglycan part of cell wall. So again that is starting material is L-alanine, which is an amino acid by the enzyme D-alanine racemase. This L-alanine converted into D-alanine in bacteria. Then this D-alanine again react with another molecule of D-alanine to form D-alanine complex by the enzyme D-alanine ligase, and after that this complex is incorporated into peptidoglycan part of cell wall of mycobacteria. So here again, if we see the structure of D-cycloserine, it having the structural similarity with D-alanine. So it is a comparison of drug with D-alanine molecule. So there is a structural or geometry is approximately same. Therefore, D-cycloserine act as a competitive inhibitor of D-alanine racemase as well as D-alanine ligase. So due to this structural similarity, this enzyme react with drug dicycloserine instead of this alanine, and there is a faulty complex formation and which affect the peptidoglycan synthesis. So in short, D-cycloserine inhibit D-alanine racemase and D-alanine ligase enzyme, and due to structural similarity of dicloserine with D-alanine, it form the pseudo complex, and this pseudo complex interfere the synthesis of peptidoglycan. So it is about the mechanism of action of cycloserine. Now fluoroquinolone anti-TB. So we have already covered quinolone antibacterial. So there are some drugs in that category also used as a anti-TB. So here is a fluoroquinolone which contain fluorine. So fluoroquinolone, some drug used as a anti-TB. So mechanism action is same as we have discussed in quinolone chapter. It inhibits the DNA gyrase enzyme and therefore inhibit the DNA replication and transcription. In SAR we have already covered in that chapter also. So here are the concept of biophobe and biophore. So here the SAR point is non-fluorinated compound are inactive as an anti-TB. So maximum compound contain fluorine group on 6th position, but if there is a no fluoro group on 6th position, then the compound is inactive as a anti-TB. Second point, some part of structure is called as biophore and other are called as biophobe. Biophore means it is the part of molecule which is involved in biological activity. So here the structure, there is a bold part. This one is bold part. It is a biophore, and biophobe, it is a part of molecule which deactivate the activity. So the important biophore include cyclopropyl ring at nitrogen 1, fluoro group at carbon 6 and 8, carbon 7 heterocyclic substituent. So these are the main biophore responsible for biological activity, or these substituent increase the biological activity or anti-TB activity. So biophore means it is a part of molecule which involve in increasing activity of the compound. Biophobe means which deactivate the compound. So the example of biophore means it is a part of molecule which increase the activity include cyclopropyl ring in nitrogen 1, fluorine at carbon 6 and 8, heterocyclic ring on carbon 7. The carbon 7 substituent with greater activity against myobacteria include substituted derivative. So already we have discussed this point in quinolone antibacterial. So here there is a cyclopropyl ring on nitrogen 1, therefore activity is more. Similarly, on 7th position, piperazine or pyrrolidine is ring there, and it also has substituent, therefore it is more potent drug as an anti-TB as compared to unsubstituted derivative. Recently, several carbon 8 methoxy substituted fluoroquinolone has been reported with superior activity over earlier quinolone. For example, moxifloxacin, and along with isoniazid has 3 to 4 times activity of ciprofloxacin. So methoxy group on 8th position showing the more activity. So these are the another example, other drug which use as an anti-TB like ciprofloxacin, sparfloxacin, oxofloxacin. So these are the structure of these drugs which use as a anti-TB drug or having the activity against the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So these are the about anti-TB drug as a quinolone antibacterial. So it is about the anti-TB chapter. If you like the video, subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.